Avengers weren't Thor Odinson's first super posse. Way back in his first MCU film, 2011's Thor, Chris Hemsworth's Asgardian rolled with a crew that included Lady Sif and the Warriors 3.
And who proved wrong all who scoffed at the idea that a young maiden could be one of the fiercest warriors this realm has ever known?
I did.
True.
Although Hogun Fandral and Volstagg all perished at the hands of Hela in Thor Ragnarok, the whereabouts of Jamie Alexander's Lady Sif are still largely unknown. Aside from a 2014 cameo on ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the sword-swinging warrior has been MIA in the MCU since 2013's Thor: The Dark World. The Russo brothers confirmed that she was indeed one of the dusted casualties from Thanos' snap in Avengers: Infinity War. But given that Hulk's snap in Avengers Endgame brought everyone back, it's entirely possible that the forgotten Lady Sif is still out there somewhere. As it turns out, Lady Sif wasn't the only character to disappear after Thor: The Dark World. Darcy Lewis, who was played by Two Broke Girls' Kat Dennings, has been notably missing in the MCU since 2013 as well. So too has her personal intern love interest Ian Boothby. However, Dennings is reprising her role for Disney Plus's WandaVision. But at this moment, who knows if we'll be seeing the real Darcy? If we know anything about Scarlet Witch's penchant for creating alternate worlds, then perhaps this Darcy will be a projection of Wanda Maximoff's reality-altering abilities. But if it is the real Darcy, hopefully we'll figure out why she disappeared for so long and where she's been. It's unlikely Darcy or Ian will return to the Marvel movies, despite the fact that their boss, Jane Foster, will be a central figure in the upcoming Thor: Love and Thunder. While Bruce Banner's awkward romantic fling with Black Widow was one of the most criticized relationships throughout the entire MCU, what about his first love interest, Liv Tyler's Betty Ross from 2008's The Incredible Hulk?
It's too tight.
In a cinematic universe that prides itself on connecting all the dots, the lack of Betty Ross really stands out. For one, she was the lover of one of the main Avengers, and establishing their relationship ate up a good portion of Hulk's first movie. And her father is General Thunderbolt Ross, played by William Hurt in 4 MCU films to date, with his 5th confirmed appearance coming in Black Widow. While rumors are surfacing that Tyler could return to play an important role in Disney Plus's upcoming She-Hulk series, don't be surprised if Betty is yet again left out of the fun. Although he's not a core member of the Avengers family, Stellan Skarsgård's Dr. Eric Selvig has been a pivotal figure in the MCU ever since his introduction in 2011's Thor.
An Einstein-Rosen bridge is a theoretical connection between two different points of space.
It's a wormhole.
The noted astrophysicist not only played large roles in both Thor and Thor: The Dark World, but he also popped up in both the Avengers and Avengers: Age of Ultron. If you recall, he's actually the brainwashed brains behind creating Loki's Tesseract powerful portal during the Battle of New York. But where the heck has he been since 2015? Remember the guy who Hank Pym punched in Ant-Man's opening flashback scene? Who the heck was he anyways?
Easy, Hank.
You mention my wife again, and I'll show you ferocity.
As it turns out, Mitchell Carson, played by Weed's Martin Donovan, was actually kind of a big deal in the MCU. He was once the head of defense at S.H.I.E.L.D., which of course meant that he was secretly a Hydra operative.
Hail, Hydra!
In the events of Ant-Man, Carson tries and fails to purchase the Yellow Jacket armor from Darren Cross, making it out of the building alive during the ensuing chaos. In fact, he even manages to escape with a briefcase full of Cross's Pym particles. So where has he been since? Surprisingly, Carson hasn't been heard from or even mentioned since he escaped Pym Technologies. But there's no doubt those Pym particles will show up again somewhere. The Marvel Universe has no shortage of useful scientists. Claudia Kim's renowned geneticist Dr. Helen Cho, who played a semi-significant role in Avengers: Age of Ultron, was arguably one of the top minds on the list. Her vast knowledge proved invaluable to the Avengers, as evidenced by how quickly she was able to heal Hawkeye after he was injured early on in the film.
You'll be made of you, Mr. Barton. Your own girlfriend won't be able to tell the difference.
Well, I have a girlfriend.
That I can't fix.
Ultimately, it was also her regeneration cradle that inadvertently created Vision, one of the most powerful heroes in the Avengers lineup to date. As Age of Ultron wrapped up, Cho is glimpsed alongside Maria Hill in the new Avengers facility, presumably a permanent member of the team's staff. However, Dr. Cho hasn't been heard from since, but given the importance of the Cho name in Hulk's comic storylines, we'll probably see her again eventually. Oh Trevor, what have you gotten yourself into now? After posing as the intimidating terrorist leader Mandarin in Iron Man 3, Trevor Slattery, played by Sir Ben Kingsley, is locked up in Seagate Prison. That would have been the last we saw of the goofy English actor had it not been for 2014's All Hail the King, which shows Slattery being captured, broken out of jail, and taken to meet the real Mandarin. The fact that there is indeed a real Mandarin in the MCU was headline news to fans of Marvel Comics, who recognize the Mandarin as Iron Man's powerful archenemy. It seemed as though the real Mandarin would finally be introduced when he met Trevor, but unfortunately, it's a meeting we might not ever get to see. Sadly, Trevor hasn't been referenced since 2014, seemingly lost in the chaos of the Infinity Saga. While it sounds like fans will finally get to meet the real Mandarin in Marvel's upcoming Shang-Chi, chances are that we've heard the last of Trevor Slattery, in the films anyway. The character has been referenced in the web series WHIH Newsfront, where it was revealed that in the world of the MCU, Hollywood studios were turning Trevor's story into two separate, competing TV movies. It's impossible to deny that 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy packed a star-studded cast. There are actually two Oscar-nominated performers who is easy to forget also popped up in Guardians: Glenn Close and John C. Reilly. Close played Nova Prime, while Reilly played her right-hand man, Roman Day.
Your mother was of Earth. Your father, well, he's something very ancient we've never seen here before.
While most of the characters introduced in Guardians went on to pop up in future MCU installments, both Nova Prime and Roman Day were never heard from again. It seems rather odd that these seemingly significant characters are left on the bench, especially considering the buddy-buddy relationship that Peter Quill and Day had started to form. In Avengers Infinity War, Thanos reveals that he destroyed Xandar in order to retrieve the Power Stone from the Nova Core, so it can be assumed that both Nova Prime and Day died during that event. Don't hold your breath for another appearance from either one of them, unless a flashback reveals something unpredictable in Guardians 3. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.